Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look at the price action of Theta, as the Theta bulls have stepped in valiantly defending some key areas to the downside that I was paying attention to. The question is how much gas in the tank do the bulls have at this time? Can they continue to push Theta even higher over the weekend, or are we going to have a little bit more patience as the whole market finds its footing? I'm going to man my battle station over here, pull up some charts, and show you what I'm looking at. Alright, Theta here up on the daily, and Theta having a very nice reaction to the pullback that the market experienced just a couple days ago. Toggling into the price action here, I see that Theta didn't close any daily candle body closures below this liquid zone that I've had plotted in for quite some time. Got a wick down below, but remember, I always look for those daily candle body closures on the strong volume before I consider any of these areas resolved and actionable. And being that this is an altcoin, just like every other altcoins, I need to see some daily candle body opens and closures as continuation, essentially, followed by that initial close. Being that the altcoins can be vulnerable to Bitcoin and Bitcoin's wild price movements, I like that extra layer of security when I go to manage my risk. But as of right now, I consider this a very strong reaction to the overall dumping that the market saw, being that no daily candle body closures even got below that top side right there. Very beautiful, very textbook. I also see that at the time of recording that Theta has a daily candle body open above the 21 and 30, and as you guys know, I don't get bearish on anything that's opening and closing daily candle bodies above the 21. And being that Theta's been in this very beautiful, uptrend, bit parabolic lately, which this kind of sideways price action is not unusual after a move like that. But that being above the 21 the way it is not certainly far from bearish conditions. The trading day still has 7 hours and 45 minutes remaining, but I would love to see a daily candle body closure above this. The 21 is coming in around $1.89 for those of you that are following along and paying attention to my videos. So any daily candle body closures, let's just say above $1.90, I'm going to consider very, very nice. I do see that the 10 simple moving average is beginning to take on a negative slope and likely is going to just squeeze price action between the 21 and the 10 here. The 10 is coming in roughly around $1.99. If Theta gets a daily candle body closure above that $1.99, so say above $2, that's even more bullish, even more points on the board for the bulls. Getting that daily candle body closure above that on decent volume would probably initiate a test of this horizontal here, coming in around $2.20. Getting any daily candle body closures above $2.20, then I would $2.21. Then I would think I would be looking for a test of the bottom side of this liquid zone, coming in at $2.40. Getting any daily candle body closures above $2.51, which is the top side of this liquid zone here, as long as it comes in on strong, convincing volume, followed by daily candle body opens, then I think Theta is going to be up for another monstrous move to the upside. Now, these aren't things I'm expecting. I never expect anything. I'm not looking at a crystal ball here. I'm just looking at statistical advantage over the market, probabilities, and there's always possibilities looming for every probability. Being that this is a daily chart, these kinds of things can take some time to play out, and especially considering that Theta had a really, really parabolic run lately, to see, it's established itself this massive range between these two liquid zones, and to see some sideways price movement here, relative to these zones is not unusual and could take some time to play out. You can see back here when Theta was on the rise, it did consolidate between these two liquid zones here, and you can see that the moving averages, quite a few of them actually, got really coiled in on one another before finally getting that break of the liquid zone on pretty good volume, which led to this parabolic rise. So if Theta is going to do anything like this here, being that this range is a lot more vast and wide than back here, some patience could be necessary here. But of course, we know that anything's possible in cryptocurrency and things get moving really, really fast. So you never know. Maybe some really strong bullish action comes in sooner than later. But my conditions remain the same, and that's those daily candle body closures above these key levels here. Volume is tapering off as it moves sideways. But overall, I think that's great. I mean, pulling back on smaller volume, and then when Theta pushes up, the volume comes in much higher. Shows me that bulls are definitely stronger than the bears, at least at the time of recording. Looking down at the RSI did lose this trend line it had established here, negating it. The exponential moving average is very aggressively sloped to the upside. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and remove that at this point in time. And the RSI is working its way back up to the exponential moving average. Likely to come into contact with that over the next few days. I'd like to see the RSI get back up above that and get that positive slope going on the exponential moving average. And also, I'd love to see the RSI get back in the bullish control zone. If it's able to do that as Theta's price action moves up higher, then I just will look at this like the RSI having plenty of room to run, that the bulls will have plenty of ammo to make some moves to the upside. So, a little bit of pressure here. We're going to need a couple days here to see how that sorts itself out. There's still some downside pressure present on the stochastics as they are angled to the downside. There could be a potential trend line right here. Let's have a look. Yep, there is, and it's literally testing it right now. And I do find these trend lines to be actionable even on a daily look at things. But if Theta gets that the stochastics below that, then it would be essentially ramming with the RSI, and there'd be still some downside pressure present. But for the price action to not even be closing below this liquid zone here, this could just be ultimately a bullish reset. Whether or not that's the best term to be using for this, but to see the oscillators resetting themselves in overall consolidation, I mean, you could even almost look at this like a bull flag. However, if the sideways price action continues to drag out, I do believe that would be negating this as a bull flag. But as of right now, you could make a fair case for that. I mean, you got the contracting volume and the sideways consolidation here between the overall greater range. That if Theta decides to make a move, coming into the new trading week, then things could be looking good there. MACD on its way to the downside, but the histogram is losing a lot of momentum, which is good. But again, I'd like to see the MACD correct itself a little bit better than this. Getting rid of some of that aggressive downside action, but nothing major to be considering on the MACD right now. Just some more downside pressure, but with price action literally going sideways right now, at least between this horizontal and this liquid zone here, all in all, not looking too bad. So we're gonna have to see what Bitcoin does coming into the trading week on Monday, as the Bitcoin chart here to me is still signaling some pressure. Those of you that watched my last few videos I did a few days ago, I was looking at a test of the 55 exponential moving average. I see that we got a textbook test of that, and then Bitcoin had a very nice response out of that. The response that I was looking for, I was considering a bounce there. I was looking for a test of the bottom side of this liquid zone coming in at 32,000, but I see that it literally got a daily candle body closure in there, which was a little bit more than I was looking for, which is good. I do see that the 1021 are angled to the downside, and at the time of recording, the candle bodies are closing below the 30 as well. Not a death sentence, but that is still signaling some pressure. I would like to see Bitcoin get back between these two purple box zones here and get back above that 21. In order to, and then at least go sideways, and that would probably give a lot of room to the alts to do some major damage to the upside against their Satoshi pairings as well as their dollar pairings. But I still see some downside pressure here, and CMEs are closed for the weekend too, and there can be all kinds of weird price action that transpires. So to me, the daily open on Monday for the traditional markets as well, coming into the new trading week, is going to be very, very important to me, because we all know that Bitcoin can ruin parties. But all in all, Theta is looking just fine. I would consider it a little bit stronger than a lot of the other alts that I'm looking at in the market right now, especially getting back above that 21. So, bulls are still very much defending to the downside valiantly. Let's see how things go over the next week with Theta. And I'd like to see Theta continue its upside action here. And I also consider these kinds of corrections very good and make way for much higher price levels. Theta getting up above here, we could see $5 in no time. But as you all know, I need certain conditions met before I start looking at targets like that. But Theta is seemingly a very great project with a really good community behind it. And 2021 is just underway. So let's see what happens, you guys, over the next week. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out this video, and have yourselves a powerful day.